Hello. Hello. It's been forever. It's nice to see you guys. Hi, Fiona. Hi, Aisha. Hi, Sylvia. Hello, Rachel. I'm a little early, but you know, if I'm not on time, I'm just late, you know. Is my mic too loud? It looks really loud. It's always the mic is the issue. It's good to see you. All right, so this is a chill stream. We're just hanging out and sewing. I'm supposed to be taking it easy this month. And it's not too loud. Okay, good. It keeps going into the yellow, not the red. I'm sure I can make it do that, but you know. And I know I'm not sewing clothes, but this is what I really want in my life done. And that's for me what streams are about, is just enjoying the process and hanging out and talking about sewing or whatever you guys want to talk about. Well, not whatever. And we don't have to talk anything about fitting or my book if you don't want, but my book is done if you didn't know that. I'm not doing a great job of marketing, but people are finding it, and the response has been great. So I am making rugs for my stairwell. Hi, Danny. And this, don't judge me. We were desperate for something for our stairwell when we moved in. We have an oak stairwell, and especially one of our dogs did not like going up. She needed some traction. If you've ever shopped for these things, they're really ugly half the time, or they're, the nice looking ones aren't the right size for your stairs. So I just got something that blended in with my stairwell since I was still getting used to the house, and I didn't want them to like stick out like a sore thumb. Hi, Ray. Yay. And so I got these, and they're just like synthetic, somewhat grippy back. They're falling apart now. And they've done the trick. They really have done the trick. They've been really great. I thank the stair rug gods every time I walk up and down the stairs, and so does Loki. But I wanted extra assurance because this wasn't enough, whatever they put on this, which is peeling off, by the way. This is why I like painting it on, So I got these Velcro strips, and these were really affordable, and now they're just not affordable, or I can't find the same one. And I got these, I got these at Home Depot and these at Lowe's, which in America, these are both like big box hardware stores, like do-it-yourself stores. But these right here, I sewed, so you can see on the right side, it's pretty blended in now, like you can kind of see a little bit of a shape there. And then the other side goes to the stair, just sticks to the floor, the ground, and I would stick them to this. But my bottom 4 steps, these are not sticking anymore. I've tried replacing them on the one half, and I've tried cleaning. These are all washable too, but nothing's working. They're all starting to slip, so they're getting really dangerous. So some of you might remember a while ago that I basically made rugs for my bathroom. That's like a half moon shape, so that's the counter, right? And it was an experiment. Like, I'm not a quilter or a piecer, whatever. And I used this paintable non-stick stuff. This is just Essex linen. This is Essex linen. I wanted washable, nice rugs. So don't forget the stream. What do you mean? Don't forget to like the stream. Oh, thanks. This was the stuff I used, this Fiberlock non-skid rug backing. You just paint it on. It's washable. Hi, Kim. Nice to see you. I haven't seen you in a bit. Thumbs up. It's okay, Danny. Oh, hi, Tiffany. How's it going? So, yeah, these have held up really nicely. I mean, I am not a stellar housekeeper by any stretch of the imagination, but you can tell, like, it's a little weathered back there. It yellows, so that's something to know. Like, you can kind of see it's a little yellowy, but it happens almost instantly. I will admit, Do I think this is like the grippiest of grippy grips? No, I don't. But my bathroom floor is a little tiny hexagonal tile, so there's a lot of grip there to begin with. I like a very secure, trustworthy floor. So I did a little research, so you don't have to. No, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I could not find this Velcro, but I did find these, and they were expensive. So I only got enough for 4 stairs, my bottom 4 stairs, which for some reason are the ones that wear out the most. I don't understand that because you have to go up and down this whole staircase. It's not like I go part way up and abandon the going up, hardly ever. So I'm not sure why the bottom 4 are weathered the most, right? So these are meant for this, except you don't have to sew them on. I'm going to, but you put this side on the rug. There's like 4 of them. And then this side on the stair, and then it won't hurt your stairs. I don't want to hurt these stairs, right? They're nice, they're oak. Hi, Michelle, how's it going? I'm rusty too. So this is what I got. I only invested in the bottom 4 stairs. I would get more if I feel like I need this. Like, you know, I'm all about our safety with the staircase. But these are new to me. They've probably come out. I've been using these for 6 years. I've been using these a little less, about the same, right? Hi, Kelly. I don't think so. I don't feel like that's that bad. Hi, Maggie. But maybe, right? Maybe. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just dustier. You know, it's more Pigpen-like. You know, I always think of Pigpen from Snoopy, who always has the dust cloud around him. I feel like that is me because I always have Loki, and Loki is my little Pigpen. All right, these things, I got a bunch of them, so they're in this kind of packaging. These are kind of interesting, so I'm going to test these out. These were more affordable. You only stick these to the rug, and they even have corner-shaped ones, and they even have ones that like combat curling. So if you're looking for something to tame a rug, you put this side on the floor. So now this isn't sticky, it's grippy. This is sticky, this is grippy. I could probably sew through this, but they're meant to be reused. Like you can peel it off, wash these, and then put them back on so I can put my rugs in the laundry still. It's an experiment, right? No, I don't sit on the stairs. Hi, Donna. Nice to see you. I don't sit on the stairs. No, they're dirty. Because this kind of, you know how this synthetic stuff grabs every hair. These are washed, you guys. This one's washed. You're not seeing me at my full filth, okay? This isn't washed, but I washed it the other day. So, yeah. Yeah, exactly. The corners. And how do they work? They work pretty good. Have you washed the rugs, or are they the kind of rug that you normally wouldn't wash? So I'm curious. I got these for the rest. This was like $28 for a ton of them, right? I have 24 of them in here. So I have enough for 12 stairs for these for $28. This is probably the most, besides this fabric, this is the most expensive thing I've bought for this project. They work really well. That's cool. That's the reviews were amazing. So I was like, okay, I'm nervous about washing them. Yeah, exactly. I know exactly what you mean, Tiffany. That's how I would be. I like to sit on the stairs, but not ours. Yeah, they're too big. Yeah, exactly. You need to clean one. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, and hopefully it will be a while before I have to do any cleaning on these. So, all right, so this is my project. I know some of you have concerns. I have backup plans, you know me. I can always get those Velcro things. So yeah. All right, so here is my fabric plan. You guys know me, I really like the quirky prints and colors of Carolyn Friedlander. That rug I was just showing you, that is her fabric, and so is my duvet. I had no clue that I've been consistent with the same designer for all 3 of these projects. So I think that that's really funny. Because I love lots of different people's fabrics, but who do I want to see every day in my home permanently? These. And I know these are just so different, but I love the color palette. So I've cut, and I'm not doing it. Oh, I should have brought a placemat in here. That's what I meant to do. This is my plan. I'm going to quilt these as they go. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to put a piece of muslin down on the bottom, a piece of batting on top, and I'm going to take these strips and I'm going to sew it down. How do you do the first one? Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to sew it down to the edge, turn it, right? There I have one. Well, actually, the first one you do that. I'll figure this out. and then I would put the next strip like this, and I sew through all 3 layers, press it, and then I do it again, right? That's my plan. And then I don't have to quilt these. They're very stable. And all I have to do then at the end is trim and bind. Quilting cotton. Hello, Lady Angel Heart. Yeah, so that's the plan. Don't quite have enough batting. I need one more muslin thingy. The batting has been ordered. I would have liked to use my leftover polar fleece just to get rid of it in between. I think that would work really good since I'm quilting all the way through. I don't think it would be too slippery, and it's only going to be like 2-inch strips. But I know my polar fleece would show through, and I'm not about that. Now I am happy to reuse things and use my things. I like live for that. But if I have to look at these every day and look at every time I walk up, they're going to be as good as I can on my budget. So, so I've cut, this is my 2 color palettes. This is what I did. I spent a ridiculous amount of time trying to figure out the arrangement of these fabrics because this is my least favorite. This is why I don't quilt. This is why I don't quilt. I just want you to know. I hate arranging the fabrics. I have become a person that doesn't like to fabric shop as well. Oh, that's great, Lisa. I'm glad to hear it. So I divided the groups of, I got a fat quarter bundle of the whole collection. This collection is called Memento, by the way. And then I divided them into 2 halves. So it's kind of the same palette, roughly. I really want the center to be the darkest section since that's where we're walking, you know. I didn't use these 2. I just couldn't really get them to go in there in sort of a fake gradient. And yeah, I'm doing 2-inch strips. They're 26 inches wide finished and 9.5 inches deep. So I did 13 fabrics per thingy. That's my plan. I cut these and I just need to cut the rest. So, are we all on board? Yeah, I know, Kim. It's literally, I just cannot stand it. Yeah, quilters are color geniuses, and I'm like, just give me the whole bundle. I know it all goes together. I'm fine. You know, give me the jelly roll, give me whatever. So, I feel like, yeah, I don't feel like anybody likes it. I know people like it. I know they do. I know they do. I see it all the time, and I follow a lot of these amazing quilters because it's eye candy for me. Yeah, it's like, it's so nice to be in the sewing world where there's so many options for sewing, and you don't have to do them all. And I love how delicious quilting is to look at. It's like, I love looking at it and I don't have to do it. Yeah, that's great. That she could do it for all of us, Tiffany. Yeah, yeah, no, I had color theory in college. Oh man, I was high on rubber cement for a whole quarter, and that was a hard class. So, all right, so this is the plan. What do we think? Like, this is good, right? I got a plan. And so today I'm gonna cut out these stairs right here, or these rugs, this color thing. And that's it. It's a cutting ASMR basically. I have my little routine down here, and yeah, I'm into it. I love this weird sulfur color so much. It's funny, the things I like the least, like I love green, obviously. I'm not a big fan of this one, but I saw the designer make herself a tank top in it, and it's so cute. I'm like, okay, I like that. This is like, I feel like this is a print she's really known for. You've all seen this one, right? And this, I live for prints like this. I call this a solid. This is a solid to me. Rayanne used to tease me about this because I would say, we just need to get a good solid for the binding. And she's like, you don't mean a solid though. And I'm like, well, you know, this is a solid. You know, it makes good binding. Yeah, me too, Tiffany. It's so good. I used all of them. Like, look at this one here. It's fluorescent. Oh. And this one, look at that. It's so good. Yeah. If I could wear that, you would hate me. Because I wear it all the time. It's good. It is a solid quality. See, exactly. Okay, so let me remember my little method here. So I think my first thing is that I actually think I'm gonna maybe cut these not so, no, we'll see. I've been putting the selvage at this side because I don't want it. And then I cut it first in a 12-inch. I have a method. Put this here. 12-inch, and then I use this to cut 2.5-inch strips. I think I just went with these because these measurements because of my rulers as well, you know. And then yeah, that's all I'm gonna do. Right, me too. Tiffany, when I see people wear colors like that, I'm like, gosh dang it, like mustard. I used to want to wear that so bad. Today is my wedding anniversary, by the way, 20 years. It's always a really fun week because this is my YouTube anniversary. Yesterday is my brother's birthday. And today is my wedding anniversary. So this week is always really fun. Okay, wait. I did 7 of those. I only need 6 of these. And my wedding colors, if I tell you what they are, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, were you born in the 70s? Well, I was, but you know, I didn't live through it as far as like consciously. 6. Okay. But my colors were orange and lime green. And I kind of, the like foundation sometimes was brown, just to, like a deep dark brown, just to anchor them. But mostly it was like, we had lots of paper lanterns in orange and lime green, and I loved it. I loved it. It didn't look 70s, but I've loved these colors for a long time, especially together. In fact, my husband's wedding ring, he got green and orange in it. So it's very normal to me, these colors that go together. You just got to do it right, though. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. See, that's a good idea. Nail polish could be a way to get away with things like that. I like that. I could see that. I don't do any nail polish at all anymore, though. I stopped on my toe. I only ever did it on my toes, and I stopped using it completely a couple of years ago. They're still recovering from a lifetime of wearing toenail polish. So what have you guys been up to? When I went to, I was making the thumbnails for the stream. I was trying to remember my routine and what I need, because I need lots of versions. I need the one that goes on the stream. See, this is why I wish I was more casual, because I really envy these people that just are like, I'm streaming and they don't have any of these things, right? But I need a square one for a post in the community. Oh, I think I just did one too many. I just need different formats. I need a bunch different, so I have to reformat it and do it over and over. But when I was putting it in the folder to use it for here, the last folder I had created was 2024. So it's been a while. This is what I'd rather be doing. I just want you to know I didn't stop because of anything except I just had to write the ding dang book. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Put the selvage on my right so that I can use this cut edge over here and not have to get any of that selvage in my width. This is the one thing I don't like about quilting is the way you guys create your rulers is so weird. Like, what do you mean this ruler is 12.5 inches square? What do you mean? What was that nonsense for? So what have you guys been sewing? Okay, it's been a while. Tell me what you are really into sewing these days. I don't care what it is. I want to know. And why? Quarter-inch seam allowance. You can still have quarter-inch seam allowance. Thanks, Sylvia. Because you need a 12-inch square. Is that why? So is a 12-inch, you actually need a square that big, like a 12-inch square, and then I get the quarter-inch seam allowance. I do love quarter-inch seam allowances. I'm about that life for sure. Yeah, I don't like the I think this one doesn't have it, but the way the numbers are laid out is so bonkers to me. Like, what do you mean? It goes from 1 to 11 on this side and 1 to 11 on this side. But on the ends, it goes from 1 to 5 and 1 to 5, 1 to 5, 1 to 5. So they have the flip-flop on the bottom, but not on the side here. What do you mean? Give me the flip-flop on both sides. You know? But you need a whole, so like to make the half square triangle thingies. Is that why? Another Kikyo for summer this time. Okay, you're making another Kikyo jacket. Okay. Because why not? 19 pairs of underpants. Oh my goodness, I need those so bad. Oh, I didn't need this one. Shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not going to say how triggering it is that the stairwell is 13 stairs. Why isn't it an even number? Yeah, not all of them are laid out that way, and that's part of it too, is that it's not consistent. And the way I know that I'm just talking about this brand too, so I know there is a billion rulers out there, but I also think the way this yellow-black thing is not great for me. It's very fat. You know, I want it to be like more precise. The lines are just too thick. I'm opinionated about rulers. Maybe my house was built for a baker. Is that not a normal number? I don't even know. I know that in my head, originally when I thought about doing this, I thought there were 24 steps, and I was like, God, 24 little quilts. And then when I went and counted them, I was like, 13? We got this. My problem is not finishing a project. My problem is that I can't do anything else until that project is done. And so if it's a really big project, it may prevent me from getting onto other things, you know? So I have to be careful of that. Yeah, exactly. I know. It's that definitely seems like the thing to sell in the quilting world. I feel like that in the quilting world, when the I don't know, the zombie apocalypse happens, and we're looking through the rubble of people's homes, and we see some of these rulers, we're gonna be like, what the heck was this piece of plastic for? You know? Because some of them are kind of like weird shapes, and they're not marked. They're just like acrylic that they had cut. So 13, hi Susan, 13 is, okay. Yeah, it is. It's Baker's dozen is 13 here as well. It doesn't, the stairwell doesn't feel the wrong length. You know how you know? I feel like that's one thing with stairs. You know when a stair has been made even a millimeter different than normal. This is the one thing in my house that I don't think he did okay. The guy built it himself. I haven't been good about starting my cut before the edge of the fabric. There we go. All right. Is it there that I stop? I think so. 1, 2, 3. I did buy these little rulers at, they're not quilting rulers, but I bought these at PatternCon last year. Mainly, like, I'm not prone to buying things for nostalgia, but this, like, where's my ruler? It's invisible. Oh, here it is. I see it. I've shown you this. This is my French curve from college. It's literally taped together. I've lost it for like 2 years because it's clear and I couldn't see it. It's got a little 17 on it. I don't know why. That's the only thing printed on it. But Jennifer from Porcelain, the Brock pattern and supply company, she made a miniature version for like half scale patterns and a hip curve. I have a hip curve. It's over here somewhere. I won't get it out because it's noisy. But this was very nostalgic for me. This is only one of my only, I don't know, things I own sewing wise that I'm kind of nostalgic about. Yeah, exactly, Sylvia. Those stairs are dangerous. That would be so frustrating that your house has one stair that's not, like, what do you do? You know? Next one, oh. Oh, that's a lot of things. Oh, you made it the tamarack? That's a really fun project. My mom, I saw her on Sunday, and she was like, hey, I have this quilt. And I was like, oh dear. And she's like, it's okay. It's okay. You can say no. I was like, okay. She goes, it's on the bed upstairs. It's gigantic. She goes and gets it. I'm like, Mom, this would fill my cottage. Like, this is huge. She's like, I know, you don't have to take it. But she wants me to make a jacket out of it. I was like, all right, we got to talk designs, because do you want to be the little kid from A Christmas Story like this, you know, where you can't put your arms down, you know, like, what are we looking at here? So I'm going to find offer a few quilt jacket patterns and see what she thinks. But I love the tamarack. It's fun. I really love the Retazzo jacket last year. I feel like that one's the most comfortable to wear of the quilted jackets. And then I don't think I've made any of the others, but there's a lot of them. Hi, Terry. Oh my gosh, I think I saw you. I thought you were Aisha for a bit because you're blue. How's it going? Oh, was that one too many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, perfect, perfect. I think the only thing I have not figured out for sure is the binding. And I'm saying it like that because that stresses me out a little bit with this project. I'm going to need about a yard of fabric. I think I need 25 yards of binding is what I calculated. I'm pretty sure. So that is about a yard of fabric. Oh my gosh, you do? Aisha, you're making that? That's awesome. Tiffany, are we ever going to get back to our Roberts Wood drafters grid dress? Or are we calling it? I gotta know. Oh yeah, the Wildwood. Yeah, I've seen that. Your hand doing that. Oof. I helped a lot of quilters on that jacket last fall. It was really fun because they were such amazing sewists, and they were like, I have to have this jacket. Nothing like a design to motivate you out of your comfort zone. Am I right? Well, I can see why I'm not catching that first bit. It's because my ruler is exactly the same length. I will admit that these pieces are a little long. They're a lot long. But I don't, when I made my placemats, which I did a similar kind of thing, and that took me freaking forever because I used all linen scraps and I did like rainbow ombre. Placing that was a nightmare, but when I did those, some of them weren't tall enough, you know, and I wanted all of them to be the same. So I learned that. I kind of overcompensated, I think. You need pants first. Oops, this one here. This one here. I'm kind of curious how long this will take me. I don't think I'll get them all done in the streams this week. But I sort of reserved Saturday for like binding and putting the non-slip on if I decide to paint it. That's what I forgot to get. I forgot to get more non-slip. Because this is kind of old and I don't want to paint it on there if it's not going to work. And I've used it for the last few years, so I've gotten a lot out of it. But I would like to get through it, but I don't think I can sew 13 miniature quilts in 4 hours. If I were to say, oh, the streams are 2 hours each. I know the sewing streams are usually like 3 hours each, but you know, boring, right? You just sewing with me. I would have loved to use these. Look at how amazing this is, even on camera. Even it's not even doing the moire, which is kind of crazy. I would have loved for this to be the binding. I want to start sewing today. Actually, we probably could. I didn't set up my machine though, beyond putting cream bobbins on the bed of it. I definitely cut a lot of stuff in the hopes that this scheme's gonna work. How do I go about this? Do you think so how do I describe this? Like, do I do each stair, one color on each stair? And then or do I do one whole stair? I think it'd be better to do one color on each stair. Oh, I didn't need to cut that. Dang it. You know what I mean? What I'm saying? Like, if this is sitting here, right? And I have my muslin and my batting. I put this one on. Do I do the next one and the next one and the next one? Or do I do that, set it aside, do the next muslin and backing, So I do all of these, then all of these. I think that's the way to go. I think doing it in a batch sort of production style. It's not as instant gratification-y because you're going to have to wait until you've sewn all of them to see one. You'd have to sew 13 before you get to the next color. Or actually just 7 or 6. So that's not so bad. That's what we'll do. We'll do that. Yeah, kind of like chain piecing, but stack piecing. Stair piecing. Well, let's stack these nicer. I could probably stand to press these a little bit. Especially since I wasn't gonna probably press between each one. That sounds like a bad idea. But, you know, I'm not set up like a quilter, you know, where they have their iron like right there. I think I did on my placemats, but those were linen, so they were a little more unruly. Mm-hmm. Nope. Nope. That's a good idea, Ray. Plus, we get the instant gratification. I like that from a selfish standpoint. But the risk with that is, what if we don't like it? What do I do? Maybe we could do that today, since this is going so fast. I bet you thought, oh my God, we're gonna have to watch her cut all these pieces, but it doesn't go that bad, right? I did a simple thing. I would have loved to do something more clever. But you know what? Keeping it simple sometimes is the clever thing for me. Oh my gosh, read Wikipedia to you? I don't know about that. I've gotten a lot of requests for language translations. I think I've had 5 language translations so far. I'm like, oh, I don't know about that. Is that where I stop? I think I need one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just want to make sure I'm doing these upright. Some of these are one way. Just this little alphabet one and this one, I think. Yeah, those are the only one-way ones. An audiobook, my God. Imagine. Now you must have missed the chat where shooting. I don't know what the right side is. I think it's this. Yeah. I was working on a video like 2 weeks ago, and I recorded. Please don't tell me to continue it either. I recorded a very short snippet of every single fitting issue. I got the muslin out. I ironed all 100 muslins. I arranged it all. I recorded a very quick run through of this is what the fitting issue looks like. This is how you figure out how to figure out how much to change it, because that's always hard, right? And it was meant to be quick and kind of snappy so that if you have the book, it's for people who have the book, basically, they could go, oh, okay, wait, maybe that is my fitting issue. Now that I see it on the form moving and what she's saying is I'm to look for, I can see it now. And okay, now I know how to check on my sample how much to change it, right? I did this for all the fitting issues, so 70 videos. 70 videos. I made them all. And then I was like, I just had this feeling. I was like, this isn't right. I want this to be a resource, but I don't want it to drag on and on, right? I wanted it to be just quick. And I did all the neck ones, just the neck. I don't know how many there were, like 11 or something. And I rough edited the video and I put a link to it in the live chat feed. I'm like, I don't know. And they were like, no, it's too quick. And it's kind of just, they didn't say it was boring, but I thought, it's not that I want it to be entertaining. I just want someone to find it useful. I didn't feel like it was. I have been thinking about this, and I think I have a way to make that video work now. And it is to, on top of each of those fitting issues, on my iPad, show you another way to look at it and sort of talk it through. So it's not so, because they were like a minute long. It was too quick. So, oh yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, the language thing. Yeah, no. I was flattered. That's where it stops for now. Yeah, so it was fast to edit. That it took me days to record all those, but I don't know. This is what happens, you guys. There's so many more videos. I just don't publish because I'm like, nope, it's not hitting right. Even this one on Sunday, that video on Sunday is doing really, really good. I still had reservations about it. I was like, oh, people are going to be mad. I'm not showing them how to do it. They're going to be mad. But that's not what it was for, so I just stuck to my guns. Okay. Last one. It was very quick and so much info. Exactly. This little print right here reminds me of Vans the shoes. Very California shoe company. I cannot see my cut line. That's why I don't usually do it like this. One more. This wasn't so bad. I actually kind of thought, oh, do I think this is going to take longer than I'm thinking? Okay. Really? Oh, that's epic. I love orange and white Vans. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Susan. I got my licorice. Susan got me a gift certificate to my favorite licorice place. And I just got my order. And I got a couple of things in there that weren't black licorice for my husband, my COO. And one of them were these Swedish gummies that were blueberry fish with a sour sugar on them. And I was like, that sounds very interesting. Hi, Anne. And I got another one that I actually have to look up because the translation is drumsticks, and I don't know, they don't resemble or taste, of course, anything like a drumstick. Maybe they meant the actual like do-do-do-do drum. I don't know. But those have a red outer and an orange cream filling. That's what reminded me of it, because it has an orange cream filling. Not cream, but just an orange filling, right? And so when I was opening them, I was like, oh yeah, Michael was standing there. I was like, oh yeah, I got a couple I thought you might like. So I opened the blueberry fish one, and he was like, oh, these are so good. He really liked them. And someone was here removing some brush, and he was up here at the house, and we were chatting with him. He's done things for us for a long time. He hauls stuff away for us. And Michael's like, wait, you got to try this. I was like, hey, you can't just give these away. But what I learned is he is super into black licorice. So I was like, oh, okay. It's kind of fun. But these little blueberry things with the sour salt, they come in different flavors. I think I have a new favorite thing. It's basically candy, not black licorice. You're going to make churros and coffee? Okay. How many? Yeah. How do you know about churros? That feels like a very Mexican thing to me. When I was a kid, the mall, when malls were really popular still, had a new store, and they were called Whimsy Sticks. And it was churros, basically. They just hadn't been, popularized or whatever, They made it for the non-Mexican crowd, to appeal to the non-Mexican crowd, right? They were amazing. And my mom was always wanting to go to the mall and get a Whimsy Stick. That's what they were called. It's such a dumb name now. I know that they're churros. But they have churros a lot here. Yeah, it's a Spanish thing. That's what I figured. Fun fairs have them all. Oh. Yeah, they have them at our fairs here. Along with all kinds of things on sticks. I always make you suffer through me cleaning up. This isn't how these will go in my drawer either. I should have folded them the way they should go in my drawer. But this is how they'll go in my drawer. Like this. Like this. Ooh, that's so satisfying. Yes, we like it. We like it. Spanish wing. Oh yeah. So do you guys dip them in anything? Because that was one thing that this little place in the mall, they would dip them in things like Probably like the equivalent of like frosting, which is just gilding the lily. Fresh churros though are so good. I mean, it's like a donut in a way. Oh, no, not like that. Not like that. Yeah. We gotta fix this one here. Like this. Nutella. I haven't had Nutella in a bit. Cinnamon, sugar, and strawberries. That sounds good. So are you deep frying them? Ugh, a warm churro. That's where it's at. Am I tedious yet here? This is either like really satisfying or you're like, get on with something else. Air fryer. Oh. That's why I asked, because of the air fryer thing. Why am I revolving storage? What do you mean, Anne? Oh, refolding? Oh, for storage. Yeah, for storage. Yeah, because I was like, wait, this isn't actually how I will put these away, because they go in the drawers behind me. And this is basically like the depth of my drawer. And I always have them like this so you can see like the fabric, like that. And then after I fold these, I have another stack behind me that I'll set up my sewing machine though. We don't have to fold those too. But afterward, then I group them by their color drawer. So like these, let's see, it goes blues, yellows, reds and oranges, greens. And I think this is the drawer I don't have. This goes in the black and white drawer. This has ended up in my red and orange drawer, but I could really use a whole like reds and pinks and then orange, maybe orange and yellow, I just don't have another drawer to do, but this is, I group them by their color and they just go in the drawer like this, like books. Okay. Well, let's put these on. Let's put my rulers away. And, oh, let's arrange these. So, I didn't iron these very good. Well, I tried, but I'm gonna sew. I thought those would take longer. I'm sewing tomorrow and Saturday, but I'm going to, because that was so fast. I think we'll try and sew one. That may be ambitious, just so we can test. I should have steamed this batting. Anne's disappointed. She's like, wait a minute. I want to see some sewing. The job is the most part of sewing. It's all the prep, right? Am I right? I don't think it'll take much for me to set the machine up either. I just have to flip the video cart around. That's the good news with the video cart, is that I don't have to set up the cameras from scratch because they're the same ones I'm using here. We just need to fix them a little bit. Yeah, and sometimes the finishes is so true in the cleanup, right? Living in the, well, not living, but like the sewing room, living in here, the cleanup, I have to be pretty honest and clean up immediately because there's just no space in here for that, for it to accumulate. Okay, so now we can bring over, well, we'll just bring over one. I need that batting though. I may be only doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is it's just muslin, and then this is just a thin layer of batting. Yeah. And then we'll bring over this. I still have my little table there. Let me go set this over here. And then let me put on a screen so I don't make you sick while I do this. We'll flip it around. To bring the camera way down now. Oh, both of them. I gotta thread my machine and stuff too. Get my water glass. Get my mouse. Yeah, here we go. Not the greatest. How do I don't remember how to configure this camera, to be honest. I was just using it for something else though, so. I know. Look at her. Why is this rotating when I don't want you to? There we go. We'll do that and then like that. Let's lower this light. Phoenix is a little rusty. That is for sure. I feel like this camera is like right in my face. We love a project that takes cream thread. Am I right? Oh, I need to figure out the binding, you guys. Stat. So I kind of just want something like something kind of simple. Yes, this camera is weird. We're going to do this and we'll zoom it in. And tilt. There we go. And, ooh, is it this light? Yeah, there we go. Sometimes you got to turn the lights off in order to make it work. Yeah, it's not great. It's a little dark. When I'm recording, I've been adding a light that stands right here. It's a little annoying, I'm not gonna lie, because the light above me started to flicker. And the flicker, this is so techie, but I'm not techie, but the flicker of the light isn't the same frame rate speed as the video. So you will see a shadow bar go across the screen over and over. Like that's the FPS, you know, the frames per second. So it's just a weird issue to have, and I don't really feel like sorting it out. There's not supposed to do that. Something's wrong with the light bulb. Again, it's not something I want to figure out either. All right, there's no bobbin in here. Don't do a test. Yes, like old TVs, exactly. And I'm pretty sure it shows up in the recording. Like, how could it not? I can see it. There are certain things that don't show up, though. Okay. The princeling would like me to lift him onto the chair. Come here, you. There you go. Like I haven't seen him jump on there 1,000 times, you know? Looks pretty good. Oakley dokley. All right, so how do I start again? Oh, right. Okay, I put one down. These are 28 long. We don't want to get into a pickle. Okay, these are 28 long. I'm trying to decide, should I go all the way to the edge? And then the next one. All right. I'm sure there's quilters out there just like shaking their head. Sorry, I warned you. Okay, I need a little less pressure. And a little less more. This could be a good use for auto back tack. Yeah, so crisp. So happy. Okay. I know I should press. Yeah, I think that, yeah, it's, I don't know why the first one always doesn't make sense to me. It's like a freebie, you know? And then it's quilted on the other side. Very boring. We definitely want to do one color at a time because it's really hard to get to the next color each time unless I were to restack all my fabrics. What should I turn it on? Oh, the back tack. Shooting, I can't remember. It's at 4.4 and 4.5. Let's see what we think. 4 sounds like a lot. I don't need the double. Why did it do a double? Why did it stop and spit it out? Wait. Let's get some scrap fabric out. Okay. Okay. I figured it out. All right. I had the bottom one on, not the top one. All right. Good to know. We production sewing now. Yeah, it's so hard to access the fabrics. What would a quilter do? WWQD. Oh, we're gonna get these done in a jiff. I'm destroying my little piles though. Okay, wait. This needs to be right side up to that. You did, Tiffany? Oh, that would have been good to have that vote. I was a little worried. I mean, it's tedious, right? It's, here, let's just pull out our next fabrics here. Because this is, I'm destroying my little piles here and I don't want to have to worry about the order. This is where we're going to do it the chain way. Well, maybe I don't need 3. Dang. I guess I'm not very good at gauging how long something will be now, huh? I do have 2 projects from Hearts that they gave me at the beginning of the year that I need to live stream for them. So I have those and I was thinking about doing those next. What's that noise? I think it was just my scissor rattling a little bit. Or a lot. Too late, I committed. You don't even know where you're going to be on Saturday, Tiffany. I saw you say that. Everyone's going out of town for a bag making class. 3 of you. I know it's only 3 of you. I have other things to sew that are ready to sew probably. I have some things to fix. So I can come up with stuff. It's been the last one shopping. I don't have the, I'm not sure about the binding yet. I haven't decided. In fact, I still need to cut it too. I have one idea that I know I'd have enough for, but it's a shirt fabric. I actually think I got it at an ASG quilt sales, or an ASG fabric sale, and I probably paid $3 for it, which is kind of cool. I'll show it to you. My issue with using it is it isn't one of her prints, which that's fine. Like, you know. And it means that the second I cut it into binding, there won't be enough for anything to make a shirt out of, you know? Oh, you're renting a violin? Oh man, do you need a violin? What do you need a violin for? Seriously asking, because maybe I could help you out here. Oh. All right, here's one stair tread. Yeah. I don't think I realized these three were the same print so close to each other. Oh, here. No, that's different. This one is, yeah, anyway. You have, so oh, we should talk. Maybe he'll be able to help you. All right, so this one can be shaped up and then bound. Let me show you my binding. You're going to be bummed. Let me tell you how you're going to feel. Okay, I have this one. I could bring you over to my binding wall, but I seriously have to make sure I have 25 yards. This is what I'm thinking. It's like a very small yarn dyed. It's actually herringbone. So actually, yeah, like, don't you think, I was thinking something dark could frame it, and also, you know, it could get dirty without showing it as much, right? This actually kind of works. It won't look grubby. Exactly. All right, well, maybe we should cut this binding up. I need 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 inches less, right? So 60. It's actually not gray, but I kind of like that you guys think it is. It's like a brown and gray. Or maybe it's a brown and taupe. It's kind of hard. It's one of those things where the two colors together blend. Yeah, I think that'll work good. It goes, now that I see it sewn, I'm like, okay. When it was just sitting on the table next to the stack of the fabrics, I was like, oh, I don't know. All right, so let's figure out our binding. Okay. We have 28. Well, we actually have 26 plus 26 plus 19 per. So it's 71 inches. That's what it was. I did that wrong originally. So 71 inches per. So let's allow 74 inches per stair times 13. 962 inches divided by 36 for yards. See, like I said, I knew I needed about 25 yards. I can get 25 yards of binding per yard of fabric. So if I do my standard of, I cut the fabric in a square, so I cut it the fabric length as long as it is wide, and then start folding in, doing it, I'll have enough. Let's go do that. And then we're going to be ready. All right, so let's flip the camera over one more time. We'll cut our binding, and then we can call it good for tomorrow. What do I want? This right here. This right here. Let me turn my machine off. Glad we figured that out. Oh, why is this light flickering? That's funny. Because I touched it, maybe. Well, that's true. Wait, I didn't even think of that, Tiffany. I'm so used to cutting it on the bias. Shoot dang. Wait, what was that? Oh, it's not fitting in the screen? What the heck? You guys need to yell at me more often. There we go. Bias binding wears better. That's interesting. What does that mean? Like, what do you actually really mean by that? It wears better? In what way? Tell me more. Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, bias binding doesn't fray, so that makes sense. Okay. Where's my fabric? Oh, here it is. Well, I'm sticking with bias, Tiffany. Just because it's my love language. All right, and so I have I've cut a lot of bias over the years, like a lot of bias. So usually what I would do is I will cut it, the length of it. Let me open this. So I just opened it up. Now I'm cutting it. I'm just folding it diagonal to figure out how long to cut a piece off. Because it's kind of nice when you are cutting bias and you start with you're doing it with a square. I'll just cut the rest of that up and make it bias someday. Okay, next I like to cut the selvages off. I am not doing a strip folded in half. I could, I guess. Selvage for my selvage wall that I hardly use. All right, now I'm just gonna, now I have a square and I'm just gonna fold it. First corner to corner. I know I'm acting like I'm teaching you. I know most of you know how to do this better than me. Corner to corner. First step. Once it's corner to corner, you just stack the fold. So this fold here. So I'm just going to fold it on top of itself. Only the first fold isn't this. And no, I don't do continuous binding because it's slower. Sorry, that's how I feel about it. It's way slower. It's way slower, and then you cut all those seams and it can pull apart. So I don't like that. Just getting rid of the creases here, making sure I don't have actual folds in there, because then you'll get like jogs. Well, 2 1/4 inch when you're doing like a quilt, yeah. But I'm just doing a little binding edge. Okay, and then the last thing I do is I square it. I got to make sure none of these folds in here are actual folds. I don't usually use my quilting ruler, but I will. And then I take this and I stack it like this, and it helps even up the thickness, especially if I go like this. Makes the thicknesses all the same. But it's pretty thick. I'm a little concerned about how thick it is because it'll hurt my arm. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna take this off. I'm just gonna do this first. I just cut it 35 millimeters, so it's like 1 3/8. New blade. That looked a little wobbly. Yeah, look at it. Okay. Let's see if we can straighten that up a little bit. I like using yarn dyed fabrics or fabrics that don't have like a clear right or wrong side for bias. It makes it so much easier to piece it together. What is that wrinkle? There we go. We quilted things for no curve. Wait, I don't want to curve it out. But I have never heard of bias binding for quilted things with no curve. What do you mean by the curve part? Because the curve of what? The binding? When I get close to this really thick area of folded stuff, I sometimes just open it up. Oh, they do? You can hear him snoring. It's pretty loud. I didn't think you could hear that. Yeah, quilters aren't hardcore like me, though. You got to remember, I used binding to bind like clean finishing bags and thicknesses. So I've never really used it for quilting purposes. It's not where I learned, I guess, you know. And bias binding is just really nice because it's very pliable. It's not going to show torque lines at like a straight grain cut would. And it also has stretch, right? I imagine cross-cut quilting or binding also, is this? Yeah. Has some stretch as well. No, I love questions like that. The proof of a pup. Yeah, if you could see him, I don't know if I can show you him. Wait. There's all the books. My cottage is very full. Can you see him over there? The pillow is about to fall off. I'll zoom in for you. It also got much darker. There he is. There he is. Oh, interesting. There's so many ways to do things. It's so cool. I used to hand cut all of our binding for years until we finally were big enough that I got a binding machine. That's just a machine with an attachment on it. It's not anything else. It's just an industrial with an attachment. And I had a vendor that cut all the bias, and that's why I have that wall of little bias rolls. I think bias is just so great. I always surprised at how fervent people are about how they cut it. But I think it's just what you need, right? What you're using it for. It doesn't matter how you're doing it. Whatever you like is the way to do it. But people will get so angry about how to cut it. I'm like, oh man, I'm usually in enemy territory. All right, so now I am stacking it so that I can sew it together, because I'm going to sew it all together. I think that if you have to do this at any kind of volume, you kind of get the method that works. So yeah, exactly. I think that they probably encounter it more than it seems, right? I don't know, bias can be a tool. Ooh, that's a very nice long one. We love that. Yeah, here's how you get there. Remember when you guys sent all those like 5-minute craft things, and we tested a bunch of them, and we were like using a straw and a soda can. That one of them was the continuous bias thing, because that wasn't very well known then. It wasn't very, I knew about that. Like, I had seen the continuous binding thing when I was like 25 years ago. I had this weird little printout of how to do it that was like mimeographed or something, or Xeroxed, you know, and it was not very easy to understand, right? But it wasn't very common. Like, a lot of people didn't do it that way. And so when you guys sent that, I was like, okay, now you're just testing me, because I would never cut my binding like this. So I pitted them against one another. And my way was a tiny bit faster. Doesn't mean that they both can't be fast. Doesn't really matter. It's not always about speed. It's just about what you like, how you like to do it. I let this pile get a little away from me. Some of these pieces are so long. Oops, that's okay. This is only going to work if the other end is also the same direction, and sometimes it won't be. Yeah, I think that if you use like a really short stitch length when you're doing the continuous binding method, you run less risk for the pieces to pull apart. Because you know, once you cut it, you also have to use scissors to like start it. And I mostly use a rotary knife. So I think that's the other thing is like, what kinds of tools do you have? Where are you doing this? Are you doing it, you know, at a table with a cutting mat? It doesn't matter. Do whatever you like. It's a cool party trick too. You know, the continuous method is. Yeah, and I think that's another benefit to that method. You can also, like, once you've got it sewn together and marked, you could do it on the couch, right? Like, you could just sit there on the couch cutting it, which is kind of, you know, nice. You like the excuse? Yeah, exactly. Okay. I used to have such a great method for this that was really efficient, but right now this is feeling not as efficient as it has in the past. But now I can sew it together. I gotta like lay it over the table here. Do you want me to sew this now, or should I just do it off camera? Because I don't mind just doing it off camera. I'd have to flip the whole thing around again, which I'm gonna do anyway right now because I have to for tomorrow. So you can let me know if you want me to keep going, or if you got to cut out. That's cool too. Ooh, some of these bias pieces are so long. I haven't seen bias this long in years. Sew it now. Let's see where my camera was. This is one of the when I had Rayanne working with me. Oh my gosh, please camera. I'm not gonna bore you with why this does this. When Rayanne worked with me, this was one thing we would argue about is this next step, because I said no, it's worth piecing it all together and rolling it up, and she didn't agree with me on that. Probably mostly because she didn't want to have to do it, which I totally 100% get. That looks decent. Ooh, ice cream truck. What's your favorite thing to get from the ice cream truck? I'm gonna go get a little cardboard thing to wrap my binding on. I know I have one in here somewhere. Where is it? Is it in here? We don't want to have to steal one. have a bunch of these. Where are they? Maybe in here? No. Maybe in here? No. Oh, wait. Yep. Oh, no, that's a big one. That's okay. We'll cut it apart. All right. Ice cream sandwich. Oh, ice cream sandwich is a good call. No, drumsticks are a good call. Fudgesicle. Ooh, I haven't seen one of those in a while. Ooh, orange. You had an orange creamsicle with lunch? Okay, what about Choco Taco? Do you guys have those? The local ice cream shop makes them and they are amazing. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see how bad this is. I should change thread color. Dang it. I hate being responsible sometimes. You know what I mean? I think that could work. What is this? What is this? Let's put this gray away. Oh, I bet. You know, I don't think this is gluten-free, but you know what I find to be a good substitute for if you're craving like a cone type of texture and flavor paired with your ice cream is a fortune cookie. Where's this thread? What color is this? This is dark, like dark brown, but where's the dark brown? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay. It's very dusty. I'm not a big waffle cone fan with my ice cream. Like if I go out, I like the plain, the cake cone that just tastes like paper. That's the one I like. Oh, I bet it does. That does sound good. What about from the ice cream truck? What about the what's the strawberry one called? Is it like, I don't think it's shortcake, but it's like got those weird anemic looking crumbs around the outside. Styrofoam. Yeah, I like the cake. I like cake cones. That's my favorite. Oh, geez, I forgot about the auto thing. That scared me. Nothing like a machine to make you flinch. All right, let's see how we get on here because I have a feeling it's going to be tingly. I'm not going to sell my method very well with this particular binding because it's so long. But see, if you have all your binding, oh, see, this is like this little jog. This is what I was trying to prevent with wrinkles. We'll just trim it off. Okay, but if you have to piece a lot of binding, if both of your let's say both of these, this is the right side of the fabric on top. If they're both like this, they're going to sew together. That's the key to always remember. And at the other end would look like this. See, it's the same angle as that. All right. So this one that would be that end, that would be this end, and then you stack them here. And then you'll know that these will go together when they're right sides together if they're cut the same angle. And I just decreased my stitch length, and I'm not going to backstitch. Oh, I like the bomb pops. Those are the red, white, and blue ones. What flavor is that? You know, like I like it. Okay, so we gotta get this started here. And here's the key. When you have fabric that you can't tell the right or wrong side from, make sure you know when you start it. Okay, this is always the slowest part. Get it started. I'm trying to be really tight on this first one. And then set it on the table. And if you do this, you'll get a nice smooth edge on the bottom. Except we're gonna get rid of this little pokey up thing here. Do I have tape? I do. We're just gonna tape it. Because it's gonna be a lot of bias. I want it to start off well. A little tension. Let's see how long this takes me. Michael's all, how long are you streaming for? I'm like, 12:31. It's like, okay, it's 12:40. We'll go for a little bit. If you really want this to be the best round wound binding possible, you will press the seam open and trim it flush. See how, like I have little threads here. That would give you the best wound binding. All right, so now here we have it. This is the wrong side because we have to keep track of that too. And now we're pretty much set. Right? Yeah. What's wrong? Oh, okay. I've never sewn with these shoes before, and it really shows. So then I just trim these flush and flush. If I were really wanting to go the extra mile, then I would press it. But sometimes I will just do this and then trim it again, you know. I'm just telling you all the ways you can make it better, but right, that's probably true. But you would have to make sure that it wound it nice and flat. And once you do one, like the start it's not so bad. You just got to remember which is your right and wrong side, because otherwise you're cutting and repiecing as you sew your project. He would love that challenge. I have an idea for him though. I haven't seen him in a few weeks. I need to stop by, but this is my current 3D printing request. Oh, I don't like this. Let's see. I have not a very expensive water pick, you know, to like clean your teeth. And the little lid on the reservoir is so freaking fiddly, it drops into the tank of water half the time I'm trying to lift it up or place it on. And I was like, I'll bet he could make me a lid that had a lip that stuck out, so I had something to grab onto. Yeah, a drill. That would be good. Little hand crank thing would be fun. Okay. It's kind of a weird little blip in the fabric there. Oh man. Why are you going and unthreading yourself? Oh, now we're going to see all the oil since I've hardly sewn. I did make something last week. I made a pattern for a pattern company. Mm-hmm. I sometimes still want to go get bias cut. You guys got to buy it so then I can selfishly continue my little bias binding collection. You know? It's just so weird. No one's going to come to me to buy bias. But I could have it professionally made so affordably. It's not pre-folded, but you just got to get over that part, you know? You don't need pre-folded bias. It limits you. Break free. Nope, that's wrong. See, it's on the wrong side of the roll. Easy peasy. Thank you for buying bias, Saremy. I got this one a little off. I think the last person that ordered it got a few extra because I was like, okay, I'm at the end. Oh, I don't like it when it's not the way I'm used to. Wait, that's the right side. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it wasn't. Oh, nice, Michelle. Yeah. Yeah, it was either you or Rachel. I think I'm like, let me foist some rules onto you. I have a few left, and I just wanted to stop selling physical things on my website. It's kind of crazy having one product that I sell right now. It still has led to so much stuff. I don't like this. I'm not paying attention when I'm winding it. And just having one product, there's already 3 SKUs with it because it comes paperback and then spiral. And because they couldn't get those green spirals, I was like, just do black then for like the show. So I have black and green. So one thing turned into 3 SKUs. We're making our way through our pile here. It doesn't seem like it probably. Again. Again? I knew that one felt weird. This is why you need right or wrong side. I don't know why I was like, oh, I love it when it doesn't have a right. No, we do want it to have a right or wrong side. Okay, I just need to learn that the new piece goes on top of the old piece, and then I will stay correct. Oh, my new dress form shipped. I'm so nervous about it. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's great. I love that. Love that, Tiffany. Binding is the best thing to collect. I don't collect a lot of things. The new one goes on top. New one goes on top. Oops, I just backstitched. Which is fine. It's not necessary. No! What am I doing wrong here? I am so out of practice. Okay, this. Oh no. Yeah, that's correct. And this is the new one went underneath. Maybe it just depends. I used to have this so figured out. It took me like a long time to figure it out, to like it to be natural, you know? Okay, wait. Yeah, like a SKU that stands for stock keeping unit. I don't think people call it that anymore. So on my website, I have 3 SKUs right now. Well, no, I have more than that because I have like patterns that I sell, right? But those aren't physical, so it's not so much about keeping track of inventory on those. But say I have a bag that I sew and I sell, and it comes in 10 different fabrics. You don't have one SKU because you have one bag. You have 10 SKUs because you have 10 items you have to keep track of. And this does in a lot of little small businesses that are manufacturing because their SKU count gets just crazy large, like crazy large. They can't keep everything in stock, right? They just can't keep all of the variations. And when I was growing a lot with chicken boots, it was so hard to keep every fabric in stock, and people would be so mad that I just couldn't. Oh, not everything was in stock. And selling out is never a good issue. People think, oh, selling out is such a great issue to have. No. If you are sold out, you're not selling anything and you're not making money, right? And people stop visiting you. So now you can name the SKU whatever you want. So mine, like I think like my Fittopedia, it says like fit. It says FIT-SPR for spiral. And I don't have one separate for black and green, but I should because initially it wasn't supposed to be that way. Hi, DMAC. How are you? Thank you. So like when we had, I think we had 14 products at one point, like 14 products. And then ironically, we also had 14 fabrics at our like peak because you'd have like 3 different seasons in there. So if you take 14 times 14, that's the number of SKUs you have that you're trying to keep inventory on. And it's a lot. So it's just so much. We finally got there. I remember it. I remember it so well. It was such a huge deal. And then I had this one, my rule was never, ever, 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 ever to put something in stock on my website that wasn't finished and sitting on the shelf to be shipped. It wasn't even allowed to be on the website if it was finished, but it just didn't have a tag. No. You start learning, like, you just can't do that because you never know what drama is going to befall you on any given day. Let's say you put all that stuff in stock and it doesn't have tags, and then you start selling it, and then you start going into the other room, pulling it out of the bin to be tagged, and then you start tagging it and you realize something is wrong with it. That usually means that same thing is wrong with all of them. And so now you have sold a bunch of things that you can't deliver and you're scrambling. So that's tough. So there was a point where we finally got to where we could keep pretty much everything in stock. And it was just the really hard things to sew that were more expensive, so they didn't sell as often. I didn't have to have high inventory. But what I figured out was that I could have them 3/4 of the way sewn just to the final step, and we were comfortable with that. We were comfortable with having those on the shelf, and that took years. That took years to get there. And sometimes we would remove it because we're like, why am I not getting this one? This is the right side. Wasn't it just your birthday, DMAC? Wait, when is your birthday? Am I close? This is the birthday gauntlet time of year. It was Mr. L's birthday, Stormos's birthday, my brother's, Cricket's girlfriend, all this last week. Your friend Jay, This Friday. I thought so. Happy early birthday. It's the birthday gauntlet. All those New Year's Christmas babies. I know you guys all always cringe when I do that, but it's funny. No. Oops. That's you. You're not alone there. I think September is the biggest birth month of the year. I have a lot of friends that are born in August. I must get along with that month really well. Okay. This is the wrong side. Have to tell myself that. What are you playing these days, T-Mac? What games are you playing? Did you play Arc Raiders? I feel like that game would make you mad. No offense. Like, it's good to know that about yourself, right? Your mom was August, your sister and nephew are September 7th. Yeah. You know what that means, Tiffany? That they all get frisky the same time of year. Sorry, I had to say it. You know, I get excited when someone says, "Oh, I was born on my mom's birthday." I'm like, you know what that means? Look at this roll of binding. It's not very tight. I just want, for the record, I have never said that to my sister, who had my mom and my sister have the same birthday, and my sister's daughter's born the next day. I'm like, right? Oh man, it is. We played the heck out of that game. We played the heck out of that game, and you know X, he's like full-on PvP player, and he didn't play PvP in that game. It takes a lot to make him mad, but it was so annoying. You know, that was just such an annoying thing. If you like to play it differently than it's designed, like we did. So, friends who shared a birthday 9 months today and their parents' wedding. Oh, no. You haven't been playing much. Ninja. Oh, we just got old school, the original Mortal Kombat for Michael's birthday. He was loving it. Very old school. Christmas, yeah. All those New Year's babies. I mean, you guys, none of us are innocent in the whole birthday game. Don't there, I mean, like snowstorm babies, the bells jingled. Yeah. Okay, this is the wrong side, right? Oh my gosh, why is this so confusing to me? Yeah, we playing Pal World. Pal World is so fun. I really like it. And we just beat the game. And we're not really about like playing it once it's beaten that much. We'll probably visit it again, but yeah, if anyone out there is looking for a good game, if you have a kid or whatever, or you want to play with your kid, Pal World is really, it's like got everything. Exploration, you've got these kooky animals that help you do things at your base, and I don't know, it's just a really fun game, and the world is beautiful, and you get to fly around on something. I loved it. Now we're playing Grounded 2. And again, that's another one, but it's hard. Pal World can be a little hard, but it gets easy pretty quickly. Like if you just follow the progression, it's just, can be a little complicated. It's not small kid friendly unless you're going to do all the like management of everything. But Grounded 2, you are a shrunken kid in a garden. Oh, if you don't like spiders, this might not be the game for you, but you can turn on arachnophobia mode. And the spiders aren't scary. They actually look hilarious. But you are tiny and you get to ride around on an ant or whatever. It's really fun. I love the building in that game. It's so satisfying. So if you like to build, like if you're kind of want to be a Minecraft person, but you don't really like the aesthetics or the obscureness of Minecraft. Minecraft is so bizarre. It's like you have to know some sort of secret language in order to understand how it all works. But Grounded's great. So the final exam's over, baby. Okay, we'll stop talking about birthdays, Danny. Okay, this is the wrong side. Why is this all of a sudden something breaking my brain? I'm thinking too hard about it. We're getting down to the bottom of the pile though, just so you know. 20 minutes so far, and I could have done this faster if you guys weren't distracting me. Oh no, I did this wrong. Oh, we were just talking, Violet's son is someone I play games with. Well, it's been a long time. He became a big boy and got a PC gaming system. I'm still a toddler. But this is the wrong side. Yeah, here we go. So we were just talking about games. I asked him if he'd played Arc Raiders. And then he was saying he noticed that I've been playing Pal World. And I was saying that that's kind of a fun one with kids. And then I'm assuming it might be really frustrating because there's a lot to it. You can really make that game, like you could live there for a long time. And then the other one is Grounded 2, but I was warning if you're not into spiders. They warn you, I think, 2 times or 3 times before you launch the game. Hey, if you don't like spiders, we have this arachnophobia mode. I don't think that's what it's called. And then but you're like, yeah, okay. And then they're like, are you sure? There's more than spiders in that game, by the way. So if you're a scorpionophobia, there's another. Yeah, big boy things. Yeah. Roller Coaster Tycoon. God, I haven't heard about that one in a long time. I swear I checked that, but it was twisted to my right. This one, I think, was on my roll. There we go. It's super hot. No, it's 86 today. So no, not really. It's been kind of nice the last couple days, to be honest. It did get like mid 90s yesterday eventually. Like it's kind of early in the day right now. We had a couple weeks that were pretty hot, but it's not been a bad summer, honestly. Well, that's good, Lisa. They can be kind of terrifying in this game because you are this big and the spider's gigantic. Like I'm definitely like, ah! But I'm not afraid of spiders in general. So the game is adorable too. Like it's a little hard. Like we aren't progressing very fast, but we do have riding ants and they're really fun. You can zoom. And you like collect all kinds of fun things and there's a lot of science behind it. It's very sciencey. Like your character always says science things too, which is funny. And you have to collect raw science as you go. So it's 98 where you are. Oh, you out in well, I'm not gonna say where you are, but yeah, so you moved out there. Oh yeah, that is warm out there. I'm in a valley and we get a breeze. It also can be, you know, catastrophic if there's a fire, but like the breeze anywhere is. But it cools things off, which is really nice. Oh, I've seen that, Lisa. I've never played World of Warcraft. Legendary game. I'm newer. Did you make the shirt? I'm wearing a dress, but I did, yeah. Macro picture of an ant is 10 times scarier than a spider's. Yeah, the ants aren't bad, but the ant hills that you go into, they're really cool, and there's ants in there, and for the most part, they don't care that you're there. If you take their eggs, then they get a little salty. They get a lot salty, and then you can hatch one, and then it can be your riding pal. You can ride on it, which is fun. But I don't like it when I get turned around in the ant tunnels. And there are lots of visual cues to tell you which way is out if you're paying attention. But when I'm panicking, I'm not really paying a lot of attention. So there's that. But like there's like little slime mold stalks in the tunnels to illuminate it. There's all just kinds of cool little things like that. And yeah, I don't know. And there's usually something like, you know, if you're always going on an incline, you're gonna get out of it, which is great. And you can rely on that, thank goodness. This is the right side. Oh, you're in East LA. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Where are you heading? What are you up to? I don't even know, is World of Warcraft like a co-op game? Like you play with friends? And is there a story? And are you progressing? Or is it like, what's that game? Destiny, where you do like, what are they called? Raids? Where you go co-op and you take down like a big boss? It's my last one. I was really surprised when I saw, oh, DMAC, did you see that was like it was like 10-year anniversary for Uncharted 4? Holy moly, that freaked me out. I was like, 10 years? What do you mean 10 years? What do you mean 10 years? You always got lost in caves. Yeah, ugh. I don't like being lost. And I am a little famous for saying, wait, where am I? Where are you guys? I like those two sentences. I don't know why I always say those two, but yeah. Okay, solo PvE. PvE, okay. Victorville? Dude, I know that area. It's very co-op. I like co-op games. I like playing with friends. That's the only reason I play games. Okay, that's nice. 10 years flew by really fast. Yeah, I love playing with people all over the world. I met DMAC in the first game I played. Look at that. Okay. I just want to finish one, but we're not going to do that. We're going to wait. But this is what I think that'll look good. Yeah. It blends in. It's kind of invisible. I may have to use this darker thread on it. Cool. All right, you guys. Well, I guess you'll see me tomorrow assembling all my stairs. I feel like this is going to go so much faster. And I was like, it's okay if my batting arrives on Sunday. Not okay that it's going to arrive on Sunday. And I only need, I think, 4 of battings. That's it. 4 or 5? 4? I can't remember. I only need a few. So yeah, you know what? I'm going to town today. I could go get some. Coming home from shopping, join that party. That's awesome. Ooh, I'm covered with these little things. I'm making stair rugs, and so they're gonna be all the rugs going up my stairs. Stair treads, thank you. Thank you, Terry. Stair treads. Yeah, so just little narrow ones. 13 of them. It sounded like so many. It doesn't sound like a lot now. And here's all my, I got to straighten out these little piles. They got a little wonky. There we go. There, this is one, and then this one's the other. They're very similar. So I have 6 of these and 7 of those. I only have to make 5 more of these. I guess this is the doable project. I'm excited. This is happening. Yeah. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow if you're available. Like I said, it's just a chill week. Yeah. I'm enjoying it. It's nice to be in between writing the books and just hang out and sew with you guys. I missed it so much. So, all right, you guys. I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye.